and action. Last week in my hardcore world, I needed a couple frog lights. So I sidetracked to build this farm, designed entirely on stream in hardcore, and now rebuilt in creative to show you. This farm uses 18 of each frog variant, 54 in total, and gets over 18,000 items per hour. Though if you're more patient than I am, you could put in some more frogs and get less magma cream to get more frog lights. First down here we have the frog pit. This is a 9x9 circle, so just the corners here are cut out basically. And above it we have a golem, who's trapped in some fences. Around the golem we have the spawning platform, which this is the maximum size of a spawning platform around him that the magma creams will spawn and instantly be attracted to him. I do have it surrounded by some blackstone walls. I don't know if these are necessary, but I didn't want to risk any of them jumping out. When they spawn, like these just did, they will be attracted to the golem and jump to get him, but they'll hit the fences and fall down in the snow. The snow will break them up to be the smallest variant, and then the frogs will eat that. Underneath the frog pit, we have a hopper minecart rail that goes to a new kind of unloader that only works in 1.19 because of the changed minecart mechanics. This was designed by Mango, and I'll have his video linked down below. After the items come out of the hopper minecart, they get pushed across the ice and overtop the item filters. For the item filters, I use the standard Impulse SV design, but because they're on ice, the items move really fast. You're gonna need to have 4 of each filter, so that none overshoot and despawn like these ones would. Under the item filters, I have Shulker Loaders. These are a very simple, one wide tileable design. For farms this fast, it's definitely worth it if you already have a shulker farm. If not, this isn't necessary, and these hoppers here could just lead to some chests. But you can see down here at the bottom, once you get enough of a specific item, it's just gonna fill up the shulkers and give them to you. Now this is the design I actually have built in hardcore, and I used Lightmatica to move it over into this world, and I want to show you something I have a little differently on this one than the one I've been showing you. First, I actually designed it to be all the way down here on the bedrock. Lightmatica messed up the rails. But what this means is that the items actually, when they come out of here, they go around and they get pushed down through the bedrock. Then underneath the bedrock here is where I actually have the filters and the shulker unloaders, and it leads to the area that connects to my nether tunnels out here. So I have this all underground. This has the items in it from when I did my testing of how many items per hour we get. So in 1 hour, we got 1 full shulker box, and then in the back, the 4 filters each had these many in their shulker box. And you can see that each of the frog lights get about similar rates. And we have a little bit of magma cream here at the end as well. The reason I have it lower, except for my new obsession of breaking bedrock, is because generally farms run faster when they're lower. And originally I had wanted to get this as close to bedrock as possible, but I understand that this isn't the ideal thing to have to do. So I have this design here that I think is probably going to be way easier to do, but feel free to try and make that kind. Or there's other options to make this one lower. You could have a longer rail for the minecart so the filter comes up, but it takes longer for the minecart. I don't know if that'll cause a bottleneck and the hopper will fill up or not. There's also the option of trying to use slime blocks to get items thrown up into the air. That seems like it'd be pretty cool to try, but not for me right now. If anyone does build this and try one of those cool designs, feel free to let me know. Lastly, this little bit of redstone that runs across actually goes to a T flip-flop. The T flip-flop is triggered by these walls here, and that's what's gonna turn on and off the hopper minecart. Up top, we have this nice little room with a designated AFK spot of this glass block. And here's the on and off switch for the minecart hopper. If you leave it on while you leave these chunks, there's a chance that the minecart could get stuck on one of the turns or get stuck inside the redstone contraption. So I always recommend turning it off before you leave. And that's why I went through the trouble of wiring this up here. I also gave you a spyglass to look down, because when you're AFKing up here, it's really nice to get this view and just to watch all the magmas spawn in and just get attracted to the golem. But this world download is in the description with both versions of the farm I've shown. Of course, if you build this farm in your world, I'd love to see it. I have a Discord server you could join to post pictures of it in. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, give it a like and consider subscribing.